Yo, tell me how these
Would you
L's.
say like businesses like Monument and Wavy Kicks, would you say they're biting off what y'all are doing, or would you say it's like friendly competition or just mutual respect?
Obviously, I respect everybody who owns their own business and does what they do in Richmond, but I don't think you can put Monument and Wavy Kicks in the same echelon, because Monument is a actual retail store and Wavy Kicks is doing kind of what we're doing. And I mean, obviously competition is good for the consumer, you know, like it's cool to have someone else down the block that you know, everyone can, like, you know, if we don't have something you want, maybe we can go down there and vice versa, you know. So it's good for the consumer. Obviously, I got a lot of respect for them. Monument's sweet because, like, when I came to Richmond in '07, there was like mad boutiques. It was like footwork, you know, hospitality, Henry, limited edition, all that shit. So it's like, it's cool that there's like an actual like nice boutique in the city again, and not just fucking DTLRs and Shoe Cities. I mean, much respect to DTLR and Shoe City, but like that's purely a sneaker spot as far as I'm concerned, you know. So it's cool that Monument's like doing their thing as far as clothing, you know, and Need Supply's dope too.
It's honestly a direct rip. It's like very obvious. I don't think there's any hiding it. There's no reason for me to say that it's not. When you take our exact same idea and just copy it a few blocks down the street and try and duplicate something, but you're not as good as it, it's pretty obvious. So is it competition? I don't really think so, because I don't even ever think about them. They're like it never even goes through my head, honestly. It's normally like this in here. So I don't think we could fit more people in here physically right now if we wanted. So I'm not like too worried. And obviously we don't really have room to put shoes anywhere. So it's not like we could even take more shoes if we wanted. So I don't really see it as competition. It's kind of cool because it, like, you know, brings more people to the area. It almost turns this area into more of a destination, and people are like, oh, you know, maybe I'll drive 3-4 hours because it's not just round two. I can go to round two and Wavy Kicks and Monument and like all these other places. So that's kind of cool. But it's just whack how they copy everything. And like even like down to the fact that we did night pictures for forever and like they just like ripped off everything. It's like, man, at a certain point you got to like feel not like bad, but just like weird, like copying somebody's like every fucking move. It's like, man, are you like that unoriginal that you can't come up with something yourself, or what is it? You know what I'm saying? And what happened was all those dudes that own Wavy Kicks or whatever, they used to shop here all the time, and even after they started the store, they used to shop here and sell stuff right down the street. It's kind of funny. They'd like come here and they like stand in line in the mornings and like buy a bunch of shit and take it down the street and sell it. And it's like, well, everybody knows now that it's the same shit, just more expensive because we put it on Instagram once. So, but I mean, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care.
What's your favorite shoe, and do you have a story behind it?
Oh my God, that is a very, very hard question.
Damn.
Because, like, you know, back in the day, like, people didn't, like, where I'm from, people didn't line up for J's. People lined up for Air Forces. Like, fucking Air Forces were the wave, and I love them. Jordan 1s are obviously a classic. I've always loved Jordan 1s. Royals, like, '01 Royals, one of my favorite sneakers, if not my favorite. That's such a hard question to ask, because there's so many sneakers I love for so many different reasons, you know. I guess I'm going to say, like, '01 Royals, because, like, I've always wanted them. Could never get them up until, like, or, you know. But I love Air Forces. You know, I love Air Max 1s, New Balances, 998s, you know, 999s, even 574s back in the day, you know, like, when it wasn't that serious. I mean, yeah, my first pair of J's was a fucking pair of the black and gold patent leather mid-top Jordan 1s that came out in like '02 or '03. I was in like 9th grade. And I asked my mom, I was like, yo, like, please give me that. I think it came out December 23rd. I was like, yo, all I want for Christmas are these fucking Jordans. Like, I didn't say it, but I was like, yo, I just want these J's. Like, please get them. And like, there's like a shoebox shaped gift under the tree. And I went and opened it up, and it was a pair of like all leather Chucks. And she's like, well, the lady at Foot Action told me that the Jordans were cool, but these are what the kids really want. And I was just like, oh my God, yo. You can't be mad at her for like fucking getting you a gift, but like it super bummed me out. So I had to I didn't even take them back. I used the rest of my Christmas money to buy these $90 pair of Jordans, but I really wanted those.
1994 bred ones. I think 1994 bred ones would be one of my favorite shoes. Because I like the 85 bred ones, the originals, but they're not comfortable anymore. The 94s are the newest or the oldest ones that you can find that are still going to be comfortable. I really like Nike Flyknits. So when Nike Flyknits first came out, nobody really liked them because they're these, They're like a lightweight shoe that it's not much to them. They're nothing too crazy, nothing too special. And they retailed kind of high. They were all between $150 and $180 for the chukkas and stuff like that. And so nobody was buying them. Everybody was like, fuck those things. They're nothing, blah, blah, blah. Why are you going to pay $150? And so I bought them. I bought all of them, dude. I was a Flyknit fiend, man. I would buy every colorway that came out. And so I had all these fucking Flyknits, and everybody was like, man, you're wasting all your money, blah, blah, blah. And then Kanye wore the shits. And now, dude, now they go for so much.
Internet ass rapper, talking that gangster shit, but ain't a threat ass rapper. Ain't no backpack.
Who would you say out of the three of you guys has the best sneaker game?
Sean Witherspoon. Because Sean Witherspoon is a very lucky man. Not only does he do a lot to find everything that he needs, he also gets extremely lucky. He's the luckiest guy in the world, literally. And he wears a 10.5, so everything comes in his size. So I wear a 12, 13, and Luke wears an 8, 8.5. So we don't really get too much in here our size. Sean gets everything. So much shit comes in at 10.5, and I'm like, oh, I love to have it. It's well, can't, it's his size. Exactly, there's no choice. So he definitely has the best collection, yeah. Trap.
Where do you see round 2 in about 5 years? And I also heard y'all are moving to the West Coast soon, so just tell me more about that.
We'll be going to Tijuana very soon. Round 2 Tijuana, come through. No, round 2 LA, we're moving out there in a month, and we're going to be starting all that up. Hopefully within 2 to 3 months, we'll have the store up and running and all that going. 5 years, I have no idea. Hopefully doing better. We never really had a plan with round 2. We never will have a plan. We take it very day by day. Everybody everybody goes in these interviews and they're like, oh, how did you guys start? What did you guys do? And I'm like, dude, we did nothing. I just, I did what I do. I buy, sell, and trade. That's just what I do. That's just how my brain works. And if I am not doing that, I don't know what the fucking, I'm asleep. That's it. Where I'm just here all day. So, I don't know. I have no idea. 5 years, hopefully a store here that's hopefully here is still killing it. The gallery's still killing it. Hopefully the Los Angeles store will be killing it because this one will be 7 years down the road then. The LA store will be coming on its 5th anniversary. Hopefully we'll have a couple others in big cities, but you never know. It's a very day-by-day thing. It's one of those things also where I'd hate to spread the idea so thin that the heart isn't behind it and the passion isn't behind it and the wrong people are running them. People approach us all the time and try and do franchises, and we're just really weird about it. Obviously, it's free money in our pocket, but at the same time, dude, when you've built something from the ground up, it's tough to let it go. It's your baby. And so you're man, I don't want this guy to be running some fucking round 2 at the beach and he sucks and everybody hates round 2 now and they'll never drive to this round 2 because he fucked up the name. It's it's a scary thing, and I don't know. It's easy for us to turn down the money when it's down to that. I don't know, because I don't know, man. When you build something from the ground up, it's scary, man. It is.
I think round 2 in 5 years, we're probably, we're gonna have the store in LA, probably a couple on the East Coast, maybe some others on the West Coast. I'd love to have one in Tokyo or somewhere dope like that. Just get some of this American vintage culture out to other parts of the world. But it's it's hard to say. But yeah, as far as what's up, Landa? As far as the as far as the West Coast move, like Chris and Sean will be out there soon, and then I'm gonna be here wrapping shit up, making sure everything's running well, making sure everyone knows our employees, making sure everyone's comfortable dealing with our employees. And then I'll be out there probably like 6 or 8 months, something like that.
I ain't frontin', know you want it. When I give it, I'ma keep it coming.
So what legacy do you want to leave? Do you hope Round 2 could leave in Richmond and beyond?
That's tough. I mean, I think a legacy that a lot of people don't realize that we've already done is like we've changed like Broad Street, like there's so many more like vintage shops and boutiques that like opened up since we've been open, because I think people saw that you could actually do something like that out here, because people were so scared at the recession and all these stores closed around here, they don't think you could do something like that. So I hope that people realize that we've helped like make an impact on this part of downtown Richmond, and then also just like changing like how people resell sneakers. Like you don't have to tax everybody, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to tax on every pair of shoes. Like help people get what they want and just like hook people up, man. Like it's not that serious. Like you'll make more money like flipping shit quicker and making people happy and making them come back to you more often than you will like charging them like $800 for one pair of shoes that's not even worth it. You know what I'm saying? At least around here, like obviously Flight Club does their thing in LA and New York because there's the clientele for that, but like in a city like Richmond, that's never gonna work.
Yo, this might be asking a lot. No. Is there any way we could see the gallery? Like, we could get some B-roll in there?
Dude, you guys should B-roll in the gallery? Let's do it.
What?
Let's do it.
To myself, I'm a menace, a villain. Imagine me balancing on the edge of a building with a full blood spilling, dealing with the fact I ain't healing. Cause empathy can get a shrug for me. Life is ugly, it's never lovely, but depression dug for me. A grave full of broken promises, unaccomplished accomplishments. Squadron full of gods and smoking oxygen. Analyst, occupant, melancholy culture, a vulture, a poacher, a soldier. My silence goes as thin as a model is.